Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the rest of June in my planner. I've been having a very weird June. If you guys follow me on social media, I always link my Instagrams below, but it's Plan with KG for anything planning, and then my regular brand is Khloé George LLC. So those are my two Instagrams at the moment. And so today we're just going to go over what I'm doing for June. Now, I think I did this. No, I didn't do it. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. But this is just my June calendar. I've said it many times before. I don't really plan my calendar in here. I use my planner more as a journaling system. So that being said, I like to get creative with my pages. A lot of these I do get from the bullet journal community, this being one of them. I just did the first 7 days of June in this like timeline looking thing. I don't know what to call it. And then because I have to go back and actually journal, I just write the little points so I can remember the things that I did on those days and then come back and fill it out. It's just a very weird system for me, but it works. Because I like to take my time. Like I'll create a million pages, but then I'll come back and actually take my time journaling and just like sit down with a little cup of coffee and just like chill, you know. So I like that. This I did from the 8 to the 12. I use post-it notes, so I have a whole sticker kit that has this post-it notes. It's a very neutral type of post-it notes with a little like pen that will be out in a collection soon. You'll see it soon. And then this is actually representative of me. My brother drew this. He's an artist extraordinaire. He's at the Harrow Network here on YouTube, so you can find him sketching, drawing, all the things. And he's on Instagram as the Harrow Artist. I'll put his info up on the screen. But he drew this of me. He doesn't do commissions. Sorry guys, I know like she's like cute or whatever, but he doesn't do commissions. He did this obviously because I'm his sister, and he has one of him, so I was always like obsessed with the way he like positions them or whatever. So I have her doing this. There's another pose where she's holding like a podcast, because I used to have a podcast. I mean, I still do, but you know. And so I use her everywhere. Okay, she's just everywhere all over my planner. And so this week I just kept it simple. I just did, like I said, post-it notes and kind of just did this like creative thing. This is going to be part of the bullet journal template collection that I'm putting out, but I just used that to mark, you know, June 8th through the 12th. And then we get into this. So this is a template from Luxe Book Planner. I think it's her latest template. It's called the Editorial Templates, I believe. So she did like these new different boxes. What I went ahead and did is I wanted to have like a, not specifically black and white, but like a black and white, a little bit of like light pink or blush pinkish. And so what I ended up doing was getting some images, one off of Pinterest and some of that are myself, like my own. So what I basically did was, like, this one's from Pinterest. This is my own Valentino slides that are made for men, so I use them for Father's Day. So I just took that picture that day. I had done this before with the number 20. I found that style on Pinterest, and I recreated it in Adobe XD, which I'm still playing with the app to create like different fonts. This is, let me do this. This is part of my, or this entire quote is in my, I'm drawing a blank here, Big Book of Quotes, which, you guys, Big Book of Quotes Part 2 is coming out soon. I'm going to drop it in mid-July, and it's just going to have more quotes. It's not going to be the entire book, because if you bought the first one, you should already have the book. But this is going to be just more quotes to add to that book. So I'm going to have different quotes on that. Then I did 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 I had used before in another spread. This 22 right here is what we might be working on today. Then I just brought in Chanel, a European town-ish, I don't know what it is, but it's so pretty. Then I did 29 and 30 here, and I did 28 here in this section and another Parisian thing there. This again is from that same book of quotes. I just made it up, thought it was cute. Like, it's not an actual definition, but it's what makes you think of self-care, so I did that. And that's pretty it. What I can do is, let me see. So this would be the current template that I'm using, and I'm going to show you kind of like what I did. So I obviously added images, but what I did, let's do this one right here, right? So what I did was I just took the image that I wanted, which was this one. I know that I can't, it's not gonna fit in that little box. You can, you know, find the spot where it can, maybe if you wanted it up here, but as you can see, the dimensions don't actually fit. So obviously you would take it, crop it. I would just use the rectangle. Crop it as much as you can, and then just try to drop it in the box. If you do this, it's gonna look very weird. So I end up making sure that I just crop it with the tool so that it looks a bit better. So I would do something like that. And then using the fonts, try to get creative in what you want on top of that. Obviously you can do black. White is not going to show up too much, right? So let's fix the picture actually, because it's looking a little wonky. That looks better already. So now we just play around with the fonts. Okay, so if we wanted, I have some installed fonts in here. One of my favorite fonts is Mango. I do not know why, but I dig it. So let's say this was, let's change that to white. No, let's keep it at black. So if this was the 30, right? Then I would resize and put it anywhere. Really, the contrast of these two are very nice, so I will do that. And then when you zoom out, you'll see 30. And if you wanted to do kind of like a box or something on top of that, so I have a whole kit. Let's go find it. So I made a whole digital sticker kit to layer on top. So let's say I wanted to, I'm gonna use this pink. So I would use, copy that. I would go back to here, right? I would then crop the notes out, or keep it if you wanted to. Then I will like stretch this out a little bit, kind of do that. So you see that it's kind of transparent looking. They're layered stickers, so you can just layer something on top of it like that. Let's say you still wanted the focus on the bag, but you wanted somewhere just a little bit darker to write on. Now we would go to our dummy text. This was given to us by Luxbook, but you can find it on the internet. It's just a Lorem Ipsum copy text. So you would do that, and then you would paste your stuff, make it as small as you want, and then bring it in. And I feel like that's way too many words, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out some of these words. I don't need all of this stuff. And maybe center the words. So of course now I want to go ahead and move it. And there you go. So that would be like one with a little, like I said, little layering sticker. If you want to make that sticker darker, you would do this. So you would obviously grab your text Move it down for the time being. Grab your image. Copy. Paste it. Grab the other one. Drop it on top so it makes it just a little bit darker. Try to get the exact thing. I'm a little wobbly because my arm is kind of hovering over the desk because this holder has a tendency of moving. And then you do that. You drop that on top, so now it became just a little bit darker so you're able to read the words. And you can position that down there, up there, whatever the case is. And then with the actual boxes, just think outside the box. Like, you know, like, so let's say you want to bring in stickers. So let's say on vacation, just bring in a sticker. You can either have on vacation by itself like that, or you can, let's say your vacation begins up here, you can do something like that. Or you could do something like that. Or let's even flip this on its side, right? Let's flip this on its side, right? Let's just say I do something like that where I take up the width of this space with very minimal spacing in between. I go back to my dummy text. As you can see, so many words down here, so I'm gonna just remove some of these. I'm gonna remove this whole last sentence and then bring this out just a little bit like that and get close to the sticker as possible. My camera died, so that being has said, I'm not exactly sure if we're in the same frame, whatever. So let's continue. So finished off on this part, right? So if you wanted to, you can reposition this maybe a little lower, whenever. If you don't like the placement of the text, if it's too close or it's too low, do something like that. And then just pan out and see if it looks good to you. Now, we don't have a date for here, so let's just say that one was 30 and this one was like 15. I would, in this case, just do a simple font, not necessarily that one. I like to do a more condensed font to just kind of stick in that little corner right there. So I'm going to take the 11, I'm going to resize it, make it small down here, and then of course pan out. And now you can see that I have my date, at least date stamp there. Obviously 30 and 11 makes no sense, but I'm just showing you how, you know, I would do that. Then if I wanted to add another picture, now I make my pictures regular pictures, but then I go into Lightroom, which is an app on the phone, which is one of my favorites, that allows, it's Adobe Lightroom, so it allows you to add presets to your pictures. So in order to get like this pinkish hue, I go into, so this is my newest picture, so I would go into my presets, and the one I've been using to kind of do this whole, my Instagram feed as well as this, is this preset called Black, which I'm obsessed with. You can find tons and tons of presets on Etsy. So this is my newest one, so I already have that picture, but I want that picture in here, right? So I just go, I just take my picture, and obviously I'm gonna airdrop it. You can also do the hand movement sometimes. GoodNotes doesn't want to work with that for whatever reason. So I'm gonna grab my picture. I'm going to find out, where do I want this? So I have this corner picture. Maybe I want another corner picture. So I'm going to crop. I don't need all this bed, and I don't need all this head topper. Just crop it to where you see fit. And again, that may not be a perfect little square, so it's gonna have some edging. So I'm actually gonna put this in here. Does it fit properly? No, but I can stretch it out just a tad, and then stretch it, well, I don't want to stretch it, and then crop it in just a little bit, like so. And then just like the other one, I want to make sure that it is covering the black line, so that when we zoom out, it looks good. So now I have a picture in this corner, a picture down here, so I know that most of these can be words. Now if you wanted to do like a, let's see, the first box as a date or the month, you can do that. Use one of your favorite script fonts. In my case it would be Cynthia, and there's another one that I use called Justesi, but I don't have it installed in here. It's in my Photoshop and my CANVA, so not Photoshop, you know what I'm talking about. So I like the placement of that. Then I can go back to my dummy text. I'm gonna grab this small little one. What this does is just create a placeholder for your text, you know. So you can come back here and like fix it later if you wanted to, something like that. And then I'm gonna cinch it in, and you can do something like that. So if this was your June and that was the first day, you can do June, and then bring in a text, a regular, not text, what, a regular font here, and then just do, I would do 01. And then because these both are text and you just zoomed in on that one, just be careful when you're trying to grab the number. So you can do something like that. Then just zoom out and see what it looks like to you. So if you wanted to do, now I want to keep it because I really freaking love the way that looks. But I didn't start this with, I didn't start June like this. Like as you know, I started June like this, but I think I want to start July like that. So I'm gonna keep it, guys. I'm going to keep it. I'm gonna switch to the font. I'm gonna just put July. It should look just as good. It's not as cute as the other one, guys. Sometimes when the fonts aren't acting right, like it is here, what I end up doing, ooh, I kind of like that went in there. Do you see that, guys? So this right here, the little tip kind of went into the sentence. I'm digging that. Okay, so because that one didn't work with it under because of the little swirly, sometimes I go into Adobe XD or Canva and just pick another font and actually import that font as a image. But I think I like that as well. It's not as cute as the other one, but we'll work with it. The only thing is that sometimes I like things to be centered, but I do like this little ending here, so I'm gonna make sure it looks good. All right, so I already got my July on, okay? So I love it. Okay, so again, now you're just filling the things, and you don't have to do this all in one shot like this, right? You don't have to. Today you could do 3, and then tomorrow let me do 3 more, so you'll know you start at 1, 2, 3. This would be 3. Actually, let's switch it to 3, because I might change the picture, but I might keep the style for July. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See? So I'll do something like that. I'm going to change this picture, and I'm going on vacation in July, so this is actually turned into a end of June, July planning with me, so that's exactly what the title is going to be. But since I am going on the 11th, bro, I did not do that on purpose. I promise you, I just picked the number from wherever, and yeah, I am going on the 11th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No way. This was meant to be, guys. So 1, and then this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. That's pretty stinking perfect. I'm like shocked. Okay, so I'm gonna get me another picture because I already used that Chanel over here. But here's the thing though, I like this Chanel bag over here. So I might change this image over here. Yeah, I think so. And then I will fill these out. Please follow me on my Instagram, Plan with KG, so you can see how I fill out the rest of July. I am going to, let me see what pictures I got going on in here. I don't think I've imported many. Oh, I could do this one. Because I am going on vacation. And this bag, I just got it. It is my actual, it's my travel tote. So this makes sense that, oh, that's it. That's the theme. This whole thing is going to be travel. So instead of Chanel, I'm going to get a travel picture. Yeah. And then these are my travel essentials that I was packing for a kind of pack with me video. Okay, maybe. This picture is throwing me off, so we shall see, because it's like I feel like there's too many pictures on one section, and then what's gonna go here. So if I ended up doing this, I would have to cut more. I would have to crop a little more, but that's okay. I don't need the back of this. Okay, that's better because it's across from each other. We're creating this triangle, which is a designer's thing. If you don't know, if you're not a designer, we group things in 3 and we use the triangle method. So this would be the triangle method right here. So I'm gonna keep those like that. This like this, that like that, and then I'm going to just fill in the blanks for these days. Find a picture or take a picture of something there. And yeah, this whole spread is gonna be, I think I'm gonna do July with these two. So now this is what I'm gonna do. Since I already kind of have the plan for July, I'm going to go into my editorial templates. So this is what I was talking about. This is her new editorial templates from Luxbook, and I'm going to choose the next 15. So she has the 15-day spreads. So she has this one, she has this one, she has this kind of like longer view, then she has, this is the one I think I'm using, and then this is its companion, but you can obviously mix and match, but I think I'm going to go with this one. So what you would do is copy the page, go back to, see, I like to just go back to my main page and then go to where I was at. Since I'm working on this, I'm going to make sure I do that. And then here, what I would do is you would get your thumbnails, and then right at the bottom here, you're going to add page after, and it's going to tell you to paste the page, and it's going to paste the page that I just copied from the other section. So that is how you copy and paste pages. So this little thing here, this little thing is going to be part of my new collection, so stay tuned for that. So I added it to that to give it some kind of like, I don't know, some, I want to say architectural interest, because it was looking too picture too wordy, which is perfectly fine. But next month for my vacation, I don't think I want to write as much, so I'm gonna have some spots that, yes, I'm gonna have Disney somewhere in here, because I'm going to Disneyland. I live in Florida, so I have Disney World here, and I'm gonna insert that. And then I can just figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of this, but this is what I wanted to show you. So this picture is black and white, sort of. So I made a white number. I did this in, what font is this? This is in Bebas, whatever. This one is in one of my other favorite fonts ever. Oh, this is in Mango. This is a sticker that I have in the shop on the June stickers, the Father's Day sticker. This one right here. Like I said, I did this in XD. Then this is just another number, plain, and then I hand drew this line just to kind of break it up from the text. So I made this text going in this direction instead, and then this one in the center. And then this is just the regular font that I use often, Badani, and then just text. This one I made the text going through that opposite direction, and I did this font. As you can see, it is a font, but it's kind of sitting on top of the other one, so let's rectify that. So we'll put that there instead. So I have my 22, I have my 23. This is an image that I did again outside. When things don't line up right here, I just end up doing that, and I think I did that in Canva. I have my sticker image. So this one doesn't have a number, but because this one does 25, so there's another thing I do. I don't always put the numbers on everything. If I know that they're kind of in an order that makes sense, then I don't necessarily need to write it. So I know 22, 23, I know this has to be 24 because this is 25. And then I think I'm missing 27, y'all. I think I'm missing 27. 25, 26. I think this is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so I have some fixing to do because these numbers right here obviously don't match. Like I skipped a bunch of days. And to be honest, I did too. I went from January 16th through after the 12th. I skipped 13, 14, 15, 16, like a couple of days. So I have this empty page to try to figure out something for those days that I missed in there. Like I said, I don't usually plan week to week. This is more journaling. When I don't have anything exciting, I don't feel excited to do anything. So sometimes I keep it blank, to be honest. But I think I'm gonna do some kind of like journaling spread, maybe about me or kind of what I've been feeling this month, something like that. So I'm gonna try to do that in there. And then I just ended up starting with the 16 and wanting to end the month out because it's weird. Obviously you can tell that I missed a couple of days there. What I can do is I can get another one of these layering things that I've got here, put it in here and make it like a bit bigger. Let's go ahead and do that. Layer that guy over the other one to make it just a little bit darker. And then I can split it like this. I can do, so let's demonstrate. But instead of being black, let's make this whole thing so that's not my best. I think I'm gonna go with maybe a gray overlay. I'm gonna keep the text, so I'm actually going to remove the images because they're not doing what I wanted them to do. And this is exactly what happens when you're creating something from the brain. You just try to figure it out. That could look cute. I wish the picture might have more transparency, and maybe that might look better. So I'll play around with it because I had to get back on the comp and try to do that. So we'll leave it at that. So the last thing for this video is just to show you the new drop, which is the Aloha Collection. I didn't do too many stickers this month because I'm working on so many other things, but this is just the Aloha Stickers. This is just for summer. If you're planning a tropical vacation, whether it's to Hawaii or somewhere else, you can use these for that. Just simple, cute, but very tropical-ish. So that is that.